Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and the MLM we'll be talking about today is Color Street. Once again, just as a reminder, they are the fun MLM.
What about the fun?
I hate this channel.
No! Who wants to cover the fun?
And the video we are going to be looking at today is a new stylist training video. So we have just signed on to be a Color Street stylist, and we are going to get trained by, I assume, our upline in this video. So we're going to find out all about Color Street and what we can do to make money now that we are a part of the business. And since we have paid the $130 starter kit fee, we have to know what to do with all of this stuff and how we can be the greatest stylists of all time in this very, very fun MLM. So with all of that said, let's get started.
Let's get started. If you guys can go ahead and mute yourself, I'll go through and do some. However, it doesn't mean that as I'm talking, now not everybody at the same time, but as I'm talking, if something I'm talking about at that moment, you have something to ask, please unmute yourself and ask. Don't feel like it's a dumb question or, you shouldn't say anything, but definitely ask, because I'm sure somebody else is thinking the same thing. Or you can hold all your questions. I'll leave some time at the end. I'm going to go through a lot of stuff, so don't feel overwhelmed. A lot of it, like I said, you might already know, or it might click differently, or it's going to put you on a different path than you thought you were already on, which is really good. So I'm an executive director. I am a little over 2 years in. April was my 2-year anniversary during quarantine. And during a quarantine, I moved up to executive director, which is insane.
So let's just take a quick reminder of what the income disclosure statement is for Color Street. So it looks like she's an executive director, so she is in less than 1% in the company, and she said she's been doing it for 2 years. Color Street's been around for a little while, but they changed up their business model to the MLM structure in 2016. And again, when you get in pretty early, you're more than likely going to succeed. So it looks like half the people who join make absolutely no money. BQ stylists, so a third of the company, pretty much still make no money. Senior stylist, only 6% of the company still basically make nothing. Team leader, still, it's okay, but still pretty much nothing. Director, 1% of the company. That's more acceptable. And then executive director, which is what our host is making that livable income at the less than 1% range. So, hey, if she is making that money, good for her, and I'm glad that she, got her promotion and she has her downline. Well, I'm not happy she has a downline, because, that's how you unfortunately put other people in debt, and they're trying to achieve this same success, and whether you mean to or not, people below you are struggling while you're succeeding, and that's always a downfall. That's a huge downfall of MLMs, is people at the top are thriving while the people at the bottom literally are making nothing.
It's on my vision board in the beginning of the year to hit ED, and then we hit the COVID, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did, and I stuck to it, and we knew right away that this product was not going away. For your new girls, you came in at the tail end of our stock being very low. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but we are based in New Jersey, in Clifton, New Jersey, which is 20 minutes from New York City. And they had it pretty much shut down production for a little bit, never completely, but we wound up recruiting double the amount of women and people on the teams, but lost half the staff to create them. But they got through it. We are so blessed to have products that we can still sell to people during the quarantine. This company has saved many families over this quarantine as well. Money that they didn't think was coming in, it came through for a lot of people. And we've seen so many promotions in the last 3 months during this quarantine that
this, I, have talked about it before. Using quarantine, the pandemic, as saying this has saved people and that it's benefited us, and it just, like, whether it's true or not, yes, some small businesses, not saying they're a small business, but some real small businesses have thrived during the pandemic depending on what they made, while others completely have crumbled and been destroyed. But to say your MLM has saved you and thank goodness for my, color street nails, it has changed us all and we're able to have fun during quarantine. Not saying she has said that, but that's kind of essentially what she is saying, is that like this quarantine has been a good thing for my business. And it's just, don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it because I know how many people have been, sought out after, have joined MLMs and are struggling even harder than they were, before they joined their MLM because of quarantine and because of the pandemic.
We know that no matter what, even if we go backwards a little bit and go back into the yellow stage or red, we know we're going to survive through this and thrive and get.
So she was really quick. She was saying that because of quarantine, that they were really, really low on product, but yet more and more people were signing up. How are people selling product and making any sort of money selling the product if they had no product to sell? Oh, probably because it's all due to recruitment and the opportunity.
More customers to come on because they don't want to go to the salons. They're still afraid, or they're getting backtracked and going back into the red zone. So the first thing I always talk about is your why. From day one, always. So when you're having a bad day, or if it's 3 months from now, or if it's next week and you're like doubting, I want you to always go back to the fire that was in your belly the moment you said yes. Whether it was where you found me online, or the group online, or the leader that brought you in, or it was that first nail strip that you had in your purse for 3 weeks and then finally put it on and you realize like, oh my God, this is a game changer. Remember that feeling, because it's going to sometimes do like this in the beginning before. Here's the thing, with Color Street with me, it started like this and it kept, the ups and downs still came as I was rising though. The rise never stopped, but the ups and downs always happen. But it wasn't going like this. It wasn't like, okay, that it kind of not a good day. Then I said, forget it, I'm done. From day one, I knew I was going to treat this like a business, and I 100% do. But with my accounting, with my bookkeeping, with keeping up with my residuals and what I'm giving out, I wrote and documented everything because that's how I run my photography business. I knew coming into this, if I treat it like a business, it was going to reward me like a business, and it has.
We hear that so often. Like, if you treat it like a business, then it will turn into a business. And it's like, yes, but how, just because you say treat it like a business, and someone believes they are treating like their own business because they're told it is their business, they're running it how they want to, and they're not seeing success, how I view it is it's a manipulative thing of like, well, I mean, I told you from the beginning, if you run it like a business, then you'll be successful. And it's like, who are you guys to say how somebody runs their business? Like, there is a right or wrong way in an MLM to run a business, clearly. And you say, like, just run it like a business. And it's like, really, the business is, hey, girl, I see you like nail polish. I have nail polish strips that are so fun. You will just, an abundance of fun every time you even look at the nail polish strip. Do you want to sell these along with me? I'm making life-changing money when you could be or you could not be. But even if you are or you aren't, the person that you're trying to recruit may never see that money and you just lied to them.
Day one. In the beginning, you all know, you invest a little bit. It's your company though. If you start a new company, you're going to buy business cards, you're going to do marketing. Good thing we don't have to start a website and spend thousands of dollars on that. It's already done for us for $10 a month. So when people say, oh, $10 a month, like, yeah, but you know how much it's going to cost to.
How much is she thinking a website is? Did she say thousands of dollars a month or a year? Or just going to cost thousands of dollars over time? Which, I guess it depends on what website you go through and what you do and how much you purchase. But as far as I know, starting your own website does not cost thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a little investigation. Let's go to Shopify. Let's see. If I were to decide that I wanted to start a website, what is your pricing? Shopify? So for the basic Shopify, it's $30 a month. Shopify regular is $79, and advanced is $300. So at that aspect, yes, you would be spending thousands, but I don't think many people would do that. So what is, $30 per month? You spend $360. As far as I know, that's not thousands. And even if you wanted to upgrade a little bit, spend $80 a month, it's $960 a year. So that's still not thousands. Now, what I find funny is that she says you have to spend $10 a month just to have your Color Street website, which is not really your website. I don't think you can create it how you want. I don't think you can change up the design at all like you can if you literally buy the domain to your own website. With Color Street, you basically just tell someone like, hey, go to colorstreet.com/your name, or / whatever like your ID number is, and it looks the same as every single person. It's just how, if somebody wants to buy from you, that's how you would get your commission. And the fact that they still charge an extra $10 a month to have that on Color Street when you spend $130 for the sign-up fee for the starter kit, I'm just saying, I think that should be included, but maybe it makes them feel special thinking, hey, I have my own website and, I'd pay $10 a month for it, and that is cheaper than if you started your own business and needed your own website. So that is true.
Build your own for another business, or, and how many hours that's going to take. So it's already done for us. So,
okay, that is true. I guess it would take you quite a few hours to design the website how you want. But again, these MLMs take out the creative aspect of owning your own business. When you want to create your own website from the ground up, yes, it would take work. Just like how they say in these MLMs, it takes work. It's not easy, it hard work, and they'll pay off down the long run. Same thing with creating your own business and starting with your website. Yes, it will be hard work in the beginning, but once you have that up and you're so proud of that, and it's just easier, it would be easier to tell somebody like, oh, I have my own website, go to, what's a good thing for me to make up? Leafyonstickers.com, and it's like my business and it's my website, versus saying go to colorstreet.com /1591011 346. Like, doesn't that just sound better? The first one I said, when you have paid a little extra money to create your own website with your own domain, than an MLM where they take out all the creative fun aspect for you. I said fun. Isn't it a little bit better just to pay a little bit extra money a month? Like, let's say you do the basic Shopify store. You're paying $20 more to have your own domain and have your own website that you created than in an MLM, which is $10 a month that I don't think you can edit whatsoever, and it's just so you can get the commission because it's through your personal ID website. That's really what it is.
That $10 per month is worth it for me for that. Also think about what impact.
And also, I would rather spend the time creating my own website than spending the time on Instagram all day and night trying to recruit people who more than likely don't want to join.
The reason why you join, what is the impact that you want to make? Is it on yourself? Is it for yourself? Is it for your family? Is it for finances for your family? Is it for your future? So write those things down too. Like, what impact do you want to make by joining Color Street? And what do you see the future for you? Always think about your why. My why.
Is this a training video or an opportunity video? Which I feel like are kind of essentially the same thing.
I have a mission in my own company as my LLC that I want to empower as many women as I can to use their gifts and talents to rise and soar. So when I knew
that's a great mission statement, it really is, but it's sad that to do that, she wants to do that through an MLM.
That was my mission in my life, whatever job I do. Doing Color Street today, I spoke to 4 people for an hour today on the phone I never felt more blessed. I am surrounded by like-minded women, like-minded people, and to watch everybody rise together is why I breathe, you know, and if I'm fulfilling
Why
that
you
mission that I
breathe?
want, my why is being fulfilled to reach many women. So I don't know what your why is, but always remember your why when you're doing this. When you're having a good day, when you're celebrating with your teams in the future, always remember that why. And who do you want to impact the most? Do you want to, is this just a me thing? I had a girl today reach out. She's almost at team leader. She's been working really hard. And she wrote something. I'm going to post it later. I said, oh my God, can I use your quote and put your photo with? And she said, yes. And she said, you'll see it tomorrow. I'll post it on the team page and in my personal page. She said something like, I finally found something that's for me. I trap my kids around all day. I'm constantly running, but this is finally something for me.
Oh, I had to like rethink what she said. I thought she said I trap I trap my kids, and I'm like, that's not good. But I think she said I track my kids all day. I trap my kids all day. I hope it's track. I'm gonna go with track.
And that is so rewarding for her. And I wanted to cry for her because it took this long for her to find something that is fulfilling for her. And I'm glad that we're able to provide that for her. So welcome to the best opportunity, you guys. Like, we know that this company is still, it just turned 3. We had an amazing conference last week. The best is
started in 2017, not 2016. God, it really is a baby MLM.
to come. We are still little. We have not even hit Canada yet. If you see your packages coming in more recently, French is on there. So we know it's coming. But with COVID, we had a kind of a delay. So if you know people in Canada, start reaching out to them. Maybe send them some samples. You can do stuff like that, you know. And
already trying to put it in their minds that there's a whole country of open opportunity of recruitments. And I'm sure my Canadian viewers who are anti-MLM, I'm sure you guys are like, no, we're okay. You can keep your fun.
and start reaching out to people, because this is only in the US right now, the potential to grow. We are all the pioneers of this company. We truly are. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. Okay, so some fun facts about Color Street. These couple of lines I'm going to read to you right now. I want this to be ingrained in your mind. This becomes your elevator speech of what you do and what you sell. So if somebody says, what is Color Street? 100% real, dry nail polish strips, right? So 100% real, dry nail polish strips, okay? If you want to know, now side note, it consists of a base coat, a color coat, and a top coat in one strip. So it's basically you're putting 3, so that is what's, so somebody says, oh, is it just color? No, it's actually 3 layers in one strip that's still fine, it's still thin. The next thing is it's easy to apply and peel. So all of a sudden they know it's 100% real nail polish strips. It's easy to apply and peel. The word easy is the important part there.
Is it really difficult to paint your own nails? I guess maybe she means easy in the way that it doesn't get like on your skin, because that's always like an issue that I have. But I mean, it comes off pretty easily with like a makeup wipe or some makeup not makeup remover, nail polish remover. What am I even talking about? Not that I do my nails very often. I haven't in a while. I need to. It's just one of those things that I don't think about. Maybe if I Color Street, it would be just so fun, and I just couldn't stop myself. I doubt that.
People don't want hard. People don't want to do something for themselves that's going to suck and take time.
Does painting your own nails suck and take time? Then again, I just said that I haven't gotten around to it. But it's not that, like, I hate doing it. I actually really do enjoy doing my nails, because it's a really good thing for me to just sit and focus on, put on a YouTube video or a show or something, and just sit there and paint my nails and then wait for them to dry. I actually enjoy it. Maybe because I don't do it that often, and I don't really, you know, it's kind of like a special thing that I do once in a while. So maybe that's why it's not like that, like, I don't view it as something that's like hard and difficult and oh my God.
Something easy. So always say easy. It's made in the USA. That's really important for some people. If you're us here in the Northeast, it's made in Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl at heart. So when I heard that, I was like, that's a no-brainer, you know, and it's here. And we never lost any business because of it. It lasts 10 to 14 days. And sometimes the new girls will be like, oh, it'll last like a few days, starts chipping. I hop right in my 10 to 14 days. That's the things you have to, that just becomes secondary when you're explaining it.
Well, what do you mean you hop in, you tell them no, it's 10 to 14 days, but yet new girls who are experiencing it say it starts to chip. So tell them it lasts 10 to 14 days. Don't honestly say, yes, I mean, it does start to chip after a few days, like normal nail polish. It's not magic nail polish. She said it's 100% real nail polish, so it's going to act like real nail polish does, and real nail polish chips.
It comes in solids, glitters, designs, pedicure, petites, and French. That's a lot to remember, but just think about the catalog, think about what we offer. You'll get rebuttals right off the bat. Oh, well, you know, you're out of pedicures. Well, we only got pedicures like 6 months ago. You can surely use the regular polish on your toes. You can use the regular polish, the regular kits on a little person. Petite nails. We can't say children. So the reason why we use the word petite is any nail polish company can't solicit to children because of any chemical in it. So they just don't. So we call it petite line. Petite line, many women have tiny fingers. So we call it a petite line for small fingers, but we know it can be for children. So we don't solicit it or sell it to children. So we don't call it for a children's line. Does that make sense to you guys? Why it's done that way? So all the designs.
So it's a way to get around selling to children by calling it something else. So it's for children, but you can't say the word children? Seems sketchy.
And all the patterns. Yes, go ahead, break in. You can unmute.
Are we allowed to say that it's okay for children? Like I had somebody ask me if it was okay for a 6-year-old.
And you can say, I would compare it and use it like you would do regular nail polish. We actually have less chemicals than regular nail polish. And all the ingredients are on the package as well. So I always revert that back to them. Oh, if you use regular nail polish, this is 100% real nail polish, but it has actually less ingredients than a normal wet polish. So you're not telling them, yes, it's definitely for kids. Kids can use it, but you're not saving your butt that way by kind of saying it that way, I would say. Okay. All right. So that's your jargon. That's your elevator speech. It's 100% real dry nail polish strips. It's easy to apply and peel. It's made in the USA, lasts 10 to 14 days, and it comes in a variety of colors and designs. That'll become second nature to you guys. That becomes like a thing that you just rolls off the tip of your tongue. Yep.
So you've said it's easy to apply and peel. Do you ever get pushback from people in hearing that word peel, assuming that means it's going to peel off? Like I know what it means because I've been using it.
It's because I normally say actually it's easy to peel off and apply. So that's kind of, I probably didn't say it right there.
Peel off and apply? Like it's easy to take off from like its base form? Because like the way peel and apply, I guess when I first thought peel, like peel off. That's a product. If you could just like peel it off so easily. Nail polish is always so annoying to take off. And that's another reason why I think I don't do it, is because it's annoying to take off. If there was a product, and maybe there is, I don't know, where you can like put it on and then it's like easy to take off, that would be a game changer. But it just sounds like it's easy to peel off from its like base, which is a weird thing to say because, like, are other ones difficult to take off from its... I remember I've used peel, like, sticker nail polish things before, and I don't remember them being difficult to take off the base that they sit on. But maybe that is... I guess it's a selling tactic. Maybe it's also a manipulative tactic of, like, it's easy to peel off. Oh, no, we didn't say that. We meant peel off, like, the home base. the base that it's on, not, like, your finger base. Sneaky Color Street.
It's easy to peel off and apply. So
Thank you.
Maybe use that way instead of easy to peel and apply. So easy to peel off and apply in that order. Another thing, and actually, and I had this conversation today, and I knew right off the bat where she was going to fit in. When I recruit people, I interview them. I'm not like just, you know what, go join and I'll see you later. I don't believe in that. I believe in offering people time and education because I want people that are like me and I want people that want to do this business like a business. So some of the things I ask in an interview, but she came out and told me where she wants to be. I come straight out. Listen, there's 3 different categories that I see people that sell Color Street. Either you're a hobbyist, which is great. That's somebody that just wants the kit, wants the discount, wants to get pretty nails. Maybe she'll hit 300 every 6 months to stay active. Maybe she won't. It's just somebody that really likes it, has no desire for a team yet. I always say yet because sometimes that flips to completely. So
or maybe they just want to sell just the product and never have a team. Oh, they probably won't ever be able to make livable income. They'll spend a lot of their money purchasing the nails because they got to show them off. They got to show everybody that they have great nails. But to have livable income, you have to have a living team.
that is somebody that's just making some income, okay? Maybe just to pay for their kit and then whatever. The next one is somebody that truly wants supplemental income and is the bill payer. So when you start seeing that, that's somebody that wants a little team. May not be like, you know what, I want to be an executive director someday in 2 years. These are my goals. We got those people too. But the majority of people fall in that middle one. Well, I want supplemental income that's going to pay my car payment and daycare. I want to pay off my car, my student loans this month and use Color Street money. I want to save for a trip. That's somebody that's considered a bill payer. That second category. Then you've got people that want freedom money. Freedom money where you can deduce working in your full-time job to somebody maybe part-time or leave your full-time job to do this full-time. So that's freedom money.
I don't like her using that word because when you hear the word freedom, you think of being able to not work, do what you want, work in the pockets of time but make a full-time income sort of thing. Using the word freedom, people think of that a certain way, but that's not really a good way to look at it because it's not freedom. It's not free money. You're not getting free money. I mean, I guess if you're pretty high up in the company and you're literally doing nothing all day, but yet you're getting weekly paychecks, I guess that is free money.
So, and there's people that I went in with that mentality and I'm 2 years in now, so it does not happen overnight. But if you follow the rules and the trainings, it's so much more training than I had when I started, it will continue to move up if you work it the way it's meant to be worked. There is an abundance of training that you guys can do to get to any of those levels that you want. If you're persistent, you show up. Show up means go on your pages often and you're interactive. People will buy from you if they know, like, and trust you. You can sell anything if somebody knows, likes, and trusts you. But the only way they're going to know, like, and trust you if you let them into your world a little bit. And you lift the veil a little bit, and it's okay to be normal. It's okay to make mistakes and let them in your world. Let them know your why. Let them know, you know what, guys, I am just, I'm struggling right now. I'm leaving one job, I want to go to a different job, and this fell in my lap. What a great opportunity I have right now, and I'd love to share it with you. If people don't know that, they're not going to buy from you. And I'm the type of person,
It's just crazy that in MLMs you have to share all your secrets and be so vulnerable, and it's like, and then people buy from you because they trust you and they like how, open you are, and it's just like, not everyone wants to share every single aspect of their life just to get someone to buy from them or join them. That's not, I don't know, I don't like how vulnerable everyone has to be in an MLM, and if you're not and you're more closed off, well, that's why you're not making sales. That's stupid. I don't know. If in traditional businesses, like, yeah, you can open up with coworkers and stuff, but if you're more vulnerable at work, you're not gonna make more money. That's just not how that really works. If you put in hard work and you do the job you're supposed to do, you will make a paycheck every 2 weeks, and sometimes you'll get bonuses for that, or you'll get the promotion that you're looking for. But in an MLM, you are not promised a weekly, bi-weekly, once a month paycheck. You might not see money for 6 months. You might just be putting more and more and more and more money into the MLM, and then maybe 6 months down the line, you get a check for blah, blah, blah. See, my mouth is moving too fast in my brain. Just because you finally see a $400 check does not mean that you have made any money in the business. What about the last 6 months that you've been needing to purchase the nail strips and needing to purchase a couple other things and needing to do X, Y, and Z, the $10 per month for your website? you've probably put in more than $400, but I think a lot of people are so blinded by the fact that money finally came in that they forget that they've put so much money into the MLM, so much money into their business. And then, of course, people will say, well, yeah, you're starting your own business. You have to put money into your business to start it up. Yes, that is true, but you're not starting your own business. You're just selling the product for whatever MLM it is. You're just selling nail polish strips for Color Street and recruiting people so that they buy more starter kits and so that they buy more nail polish strips. The distributors are the main consumers. We all know that to be true.
No. I had a lot of training though. Like I have a psych and business degree and I'm an RN by trade. I did pharmaceutical sales for 5 years. So going through that training, I could sell anything to anyone. I look for the no. So that means I'm going after 10 no's to find that one diamond in the rough yes. And I'm fine with it. I could care less if somebody says no, I move on. 3 things.
Again, that's you though. That's you. You've apparently had training to have that happen. Your job by trade, it's trade by job. What am I trying to say today, guys? I am all over the place. You clearly have been trained to accept no's, and a lot of people haven't had that. And again, I will keep saying it. They believe this is a wonderful, amazing, life-changing opportunity. They've reached out to 100 people, and 100 of those people have all said no. Another thing, thinking back, that I have noticed in a lot of these like team calls or whatever, is they will say like, you get 10 no's and maybe 1 yes. That's something that I think people will be like, okay, well, for every 10 no's I get, I'll get 1 yes. That the chances of that happening are very, very small, is my guess. Like, that's a very high percentage. And if that was the case, there'd be even more people in MLMs. There'd be even more people who have massive, massive downlines. So I think the whole saying, for every 10 no's you get 1 yes, and maybe they're just throwing that out there as a generalization, but a lot of people cling on to numbers that they hear, and they're like, okay, let's see, I've had 10 no's today already, so maybe the next person I reach out to, they should be finally the yes, and they get another no, and then maybe they do 10 more and they get more no's. And that is just so mentally frustrating, mentally draining, and mentally upsetting for so many people to be trying as hard as they can on a daily basis and getting nowhere.
I talked to her about, I'm sure some of this would repeat. 3 things people can do for you with Color Street. Anybody you meet can buy from you, host a party, or join your team. But they're not going to do any of them unless you ask. So a lot of people are like, oh, do you think I should put on my VIP group? I'm going for a goal of making 2,000 in sales so I get that bundle. Yes. How are they going to know what you're going for? How are they going to know that you want to win a trip? People get excited for you. Just like a GoFundMe page. They're giving things to people I didn't even know. Guys, I cannot imagine saying, you can say this on your page.
Yes, the GoFundMe thing, yes. I feel like when GoFundMe first started, people were like giving people money because they thought it was funny for like nothing. But GoFundMe is more, I think, turned into a way to support families who are in really desperate need for serious matters. That's what I think GoFundMe is more turned into, even though I'm sure you can search up anything and someone's being like, hey, buy me an Xbox because my mom won't do it. And it's there is those people, but honestly, at least like giving $10 to Timmy for his Xbox is much better than you spending $130 in an MLM hoping to be a millionaire.
Going on a trip that's all expense paid vacation. I've never done that before, but I need your help. I'm going to make it fun though and interesting for you guys. I'm going to do games. I'm going to do giveaways. What's in it for them is what's in it for you. So it's, for me, that's how I run my business. I do a lot of incentives. I do a lot of giveaways. I do a lot of contests, a lot of interaction. If you follow that lead, I promise you're going to have good interaction.
I forgot who it was. I think it was somebody that quit Scentsy. I saw a video and she said that she was spending so much money on Scentsy because she was doing the parties and whatnot. And you have to like give host rewards or you have to like do giveaways and stuff. So you personally bought these products to just give away in the hopes that everybody at the party will buy more product, of course. And they always say, like, the average is $500 a party or something like that. But when you've spent a bunch of money to give away as gifts, it's not really $500 anymore.
But with that, there's sometimes I have a party and nobody shows up. So it's luck of the draw sometimes. I've been doing this for two and a half years, and it's like, how come sometimes my parties, it depends on who's online. So, and if it didn't work today, don't be like, I'm never doing this again. Do it again tomorrow, right? Your business, your way. This business is so flexible. You can be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you want to use to
not TikTok anymore.
rise and soar in this business. You can do. That's what I love about it. Home parties. If with the quarantine, if we're able to do 3 or 5 people, you probably can start doing those again. Mask up. They're not long. Home parties should not take more than an hour. Half hour of the time is having fun. So the first half hour is distributing some strips to everyone. Everybody's putting their nails on. You have a computer open, they're ordering, and you're done. So you could start doing some of those things again when you're comfortable going out again as well. So whatever you put into is what you're going to get out of it as far as parties are concerned. In the 2.5 years I've been with Color Street, I've done 2 home parties. I'm an internet person. I live on it. I teach branding classes for women entrepreneurs. So
she clearly is doing, she clearly is doing a lot more on the side to make money. This is not her full-time job, which is totally fine. But she's not really she's clearly making it seem like this is her full-time job. And it may be, but she talked about having a photography business, and she runs an entrepreneurial women's seminar, something or other, that a lot of people do in MLMs, which I don't like those. I don't like that they do that. It's, again, another way to pull more money out of people, giving them trainings and hope and all of this stuff. And again, you're just sending messages to people hoping to recruit them. What seminar do you need for that?
Online is my platform. I don't want to go to somebody's house. I don't sell Tupperware. So for me, it's a personal thing. I rather do it online. I rather do it on my phone or do it through online. And that's what works for me. Who has been in direct sales for almost 20 years or over 20 years. She loves home parties. That's where she thrives. So her and I bounce ideas off each other. She's the home party girl. I'm the internet girl. So we're always comparing notes and figuring things out. I still love my photography. I have to shoot 30 headshots tomorrow, but what's cool about that, I can be doing headshots. Here's my business right here. Somebody will say, hey, I have such and such in stock. Like, hey, yeah, what, I'm shooting till 3 o'clock, but as soon as I get home, I'll let you know. There are some people that say, what, I'm busy at my work. I have no time to do that. That took me 10 seconds.
Yeah, but some people have much busier jobs, way busier. Some businesses don't even let you check your phone when you're on the clock. So, not really a fair comparison.
I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't want to lose that business. So my customer service is always on. Now, believe me, there's times when I'm done. After 9 o'clock at night, I see something, I do shut down. I have a breakdown of the compensation, the mapping of your business. Right? You're very new, but I want you to think about, where do you see yourself in a month? Where do you see yourself in 3 months? Where do you see yourself in a year? I only took the first 2 promotions. The first promotion is right now, you want to BQ. So that you're a stylist now, say, this is very early on for new people. You're considered a stylist. The very first promotion is a BQ stylist when you hit 300. Now you're a BQ stylist. It lets you in different doors. After that, your first promotion when you start a team is senior stylist. Now
I think for BQ stylist, I think she said you need to have $300 in sales, but I believe also to just be active, for them to count you, you have to sell $300 worth of product in 6 months. So yeah, they'll bump you up, but it's something you kind of have to do anyway.
The levels have empty block.
That one thing looks like a certain shape. It's just a certain shape. I can't think about what it is, but it looks like a certain shape. Very odd.
Like this. And you can download this from my page and fill out the circles. Say if you say to me right now, be a team leader in 3 months, you're going to print this one. And this is what you need to do to get there. So let's look at this one, for example. Okay. This is a team leader. If you are the team leader, what do you need below you?
people. You need a downline.
You need 3 legs. One of those legs has to be a senior stylist, which means she has 2 people under her. So 2 people under her, another leg, and another leg. Okay? So now you have 5 people on your team under you. That's where you see the significant change. So when you're
Weird, so weird how it's not selling, $1,000 worth of nail polish strips. It's having 5 people underneath you is when you see the significant change. So weird.
when you're a stylist and a BQ stylist, I'm always upfront and honest about what you make. It's on the income disclosure, and that income disclosure that the company gives you is spot on for me. I've been always on the average side of everything, if not a little above average. So when you're
Hey, at least she admitted it. Now is she going to talk about how most people in the company don't make money?
regular stylist and BQ stylist, you're making about $100 to $150 a month, right? Because if you're selling 300, you're making 25% of that. It's about 100 with your other cash and carry and stuff.
But then you're not counting the fact that they still have to buy nail polish strips, so that even if they sell $300 worth of nail polish strips, they only make 125 or whatever. But then you have to have nail polish strips yourself, so that money has to come out of your account. So then it's actually less. And also, if you only made 125 in the first month, that doesn't even cover your starter kit fee. They never talk about this stuff.
So if your goal is 1,000 though, then you're bringing in 300. See, because you get 25 to 35% of your sales. It goes up as you're more.
But selling $1,000 worth of nail polish strips, that's a lot.
Get more sales, you get more pay. So if you only sell up to 600, I think you get 25%. Then it goes to 27%, then 30%, and then up to 35% of your sales when you hit over a certain amount of sales. That's in your booklet as well. So in order to get to team leader, though, you need 5 people under you. But here's a prerequisite stuff that's on all these sheets. You have to BQ yourself, right? In order to be a team leader, to get paid for your team, you've got to BQ. And then this is a month-long thing. And you start at 0 every month. Everybody starts at 0 as a stylist, and you work your way up every month. You have 3 BQ legs, including a senior stylist. So you have 3 legs. One of them is a senior stylist that has 2 people under them. They've all got a BQ. So now you start seeing the importance of BQing in order to get paid on them. And they have to BQ.
So everybody each month has to sell $300 worth of product for you to get paid. What? What? That just doesn't seem fair. It's like, what if you sold 600 and then one of the people is struggling and they're like, I have no one to sell to, or I haven't, whatever. Then they are affected and you are affected. And then this is also where we start to see, people really harp on their downline and be really rude to them and tell them they're not working hard enough, even though they probably were. But because they're so dependent on their downline to reach, the sales goal each month. Okay, let's continue.
To get paid as a team leader, these 5 people, now you might have more than 5 people. You might have an extra leg and an extra leg that didn't BQ, but these 5 did, you'll hit team leader. At that point, and then you have to hit a monthly cap volume of 2,500 between all of you. So now you have 5 people to hit 2,500 in order to be a team leader. I can go over this with you guys personally on one-on-one, and there's definitely more training. But this first step is getting to senior styles. That's just 2 people under you. That's the first one. Now you're leading 2 people, and then it just keeps growing and growing from there. So it gets very confusing, but
it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. If it's your business, it shouldn't be confusing. The only thing that should be confusing is, I guess a couple things, like tax stuff. That's always confusing. But how to make more money in the company shouldn't be confusing.
You've got to study that if you want to grow a team, because you've got to know where the holes are. Remember I said it was 4 hours staying on the phone? I was with directors and team leaders and above. Their sheets look like, I don't have it down here, there's 50 bubbles on it that we have to fill. Maybe 45 are full. How are we going to get other people? It's a recruiting. You got to recruit. At the end of the day, the goal is to recruit. The company has bonuses going on right now. You can get an extra $100 a month if you, at this level, if you BQ and you recruit 2 people. That money goes
So
up.
you're getting bonuses for recruitment, not for sales. Even though some do give you bonuses for sales, but you said it's recruitment. I mean, we know.
When you're
And again, that's kind of like a pyramid scheme. It says like if it's mainly heavily recruitment is how you make money, the FTC says, hey, that's probably a pyramid scheme and you should avoid it. But it's not a pyramid scheme, guys. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's fun.
a higher rank. As an executive director, if I hit $1,000 and recruit 2 people, I get $500 bonus. So you get benefits as you keep growing in this company because they know you're spending more time and you're invested in it. So the sky's the limit, and there's no ceiling in this at all. When you hit team leader, that's when you really start seeing changes in your income. I would say between $600 and $800 minimum is what you see. That's only 5 people on your team. You're really recruiting 3. It's one of those girls recruits 2 more, right? It's they're under them, and then your team starts growing. But that's when you really start. I always make that your first big goal is team leader, because that's when you see a significant change in the income as well. Oh, my throat hurts. Is everybody good? Allergies are kicking my butt.
There's one girl in this call, and since seems like ever since the host said something about recruitment, her demeanor just kind of looks defeated, and which is sad. Maybe she thought this was something else and that it wasn't about recruitment, and then when she said that, it's like, oh, this is what this business really is, and this is maybe not what I want to do. So I hope she, decides, you know what, this isn't for me. That's really sad. And maybe I'm looking too much into it. I don't know, but it's kind of what it seemed like to me.
Anyway, we took up, I didn't want to go more than an hour. We're at an hour now. So the recording is done. It'll be on the page. If you guys have anybody to share with that are new that's not here, share away. All right, guys, if you need me at any time, reach out on the page and I'm there for you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, Color Street lady. All right. Well, that was that. She admitted to recruitment being the best way to make money. I mean, how do people hear that? I mean, I guess they're so blinded by the words that people say and the perfect looking social media pages. It's not really their fault when people in MLMs, come off like these perfect people with the best lives ever, and that this really is a life-changing, wonderful opportunity. Yeah, for some people who get in at the beginning, and maybe the very few lucky ones who get in later on, but no matter what, the people at the top are thriving because the people at the bottom are struggling, hoping, latching onto that life-changing, wonderful opportunity. Like, they keep telling me it's there. They keep saying that it's a thing, but I'm not seeing it yet, and I guess I just have to keep working harder, and maybe in a year, 2 years, 3 years, I'll be there. But a lot of people want that life-changing opportunity immediately. They need the money now, not 3 years, 4 years, 10 years down the line. They want it now. They need it now. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things Color Street, the fun MLM, in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!